Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Ramble Stream podcast. I'm Richard.
And I'm Jansen. Each week, we sit down for rambling conversations about motorcycles, the experience of riding, design, and whatever else catches our fancy. Bring a beverage of your choice or stories, and we'll see where this takes us.
If you're interested in thoughtful conversations, friendly and informative banter with fellow riders, and the latest dispatches from Janus Motorcycles headquarters, you're in the right place. Let's get started. Good evening, Ramble Streamers, and welcome back for another Ramble Stream. This one is episode number 116.
116.
I am Richard Worsham, co-founder and designer here, or head of design here at Janus Motorcycles. I am not actually, I leave the design now to other, possibly more capable hands, but I oversee it. And we have a good program for you all. If you are new to the Ramble Stream, follow the template. We don't list it on the little streamer at the bottom anymore, do we?
I don't know what happened to that, but I'll just go ahead.
Tell us where you're viewing from, what you ramble with.
There it is.
And what you are sipping on this evening. So I've already told you who I am. I'm broadcasting live from the Ramble studio.
What a beautiful place.
What a beautiful place. What a beautiful little broom closet we're in. And I ramble with a Kawasaki KLR 650 and a Halcyon 250 number 68. Beautiful and cream with gold pin striping. And this evening, I picked up a bottle of, we've been talking about different kinds of bourbon, and I've been kind of saying, it's not quite as spicy as Bullet.
Bullet is spicy.
And so I got us a bottle of Bullet, and it's spicy, but you put a little water in it,
and once
it's delicious.
Once your gums numb up a little bit, it's money.
It's great. Jansen.
My name is Jansen. I'm also coming to you live here at the Ramble studio. I ramble in a Ford Lightning and soon to be rambling on a Phoenix 450, sipping on some Bullet bourbon, which we discovered here. So Richard has always given me a really hard time for calling some things bourbon that aren't apparently bourbon. Well, we just found out that the requirements for things being bourbon is that they're from Kentucky.
Well, according to me, according to the general public.
According to Richard. So we just found out that one of Richard's not favorite, one that he likes a lot, is actually bottled in Illinois.
But it's made with Kentucky lime water.
So you tell me. But I'm happy to be here. We got a good show for you guys. We're going to be talking about how habits and routines transform us.
Yes, this is the denouement, the finale of our 3-part series on routines, habits, and transformation.
I think
metamorphosis.
I think we're going to do a giveaway too.
I'm just hearing about this for the first time. Are we? What are we going to be giving away?
I forgot to tell you. We're going to be giving away 2 tickets to the Ride or Die motorcycle show in Valparaiso, Indiana.
Can we even add one more? No, we can't. We can't ship. Can we ship a bottle?
We can figure out. We can just.
Can we do it? Well, maybe we do that next week when we sample it. We'll do it next time.
We should sample it live.
We'll sample it next time.
Yeah.
Well, so
we're doing a lot of just
talking back and forth. No, tickets. Jeff Kelly's already on it. Is that the? Is that the keyword?
It has to be. We'll do it later though.
We're gonna do a giveaway. We're gonna give away 2 tickets to this weekend's Valentine's Day motorcycle show, brought to you by Janus Motorcycles and Journeyman Distillery. It's happening in Valparaiso, Indiana, at the American Factory.
Yes, I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, it's their Valparaiso location. It's going to be really, really neat. This is the first year, so we have, how many builders do we have at this point?
I don't actually know. I thought it was like,
I think we have over 12 at this point. So it's going to be a small show. It's going to be an inaugural show, and it's going to be the first of many. So we're hoping as the word spreads that it continues to grow. It's an amazing venue. It's a cool weekend to have a motorcycle show.
Yeah.
And we're having a special bottle of
I've got a
whiskey, rye whiskey made. So maybe next week we'll be sampling it, and we'll do a giveaway.
Well, if you're still down,
Yeah.
To do a live show, a quick little
Maybe we could do it.
live show at.
We'll give it away there.
We'll give it away there.
Okay.
At the show itself.
So, Ramble streamers, this is your word. We'll also send out some emails, but we're going to do a live stream from the show.
Yeah.
So that will be Saturday night
at
the
some
14th.
point. We'll find a time and
We'll find a good time.
We'll broadcast the time. Zoom in, Mitch said. Okay, what? Oh, crap. I'll zoom in.
Look at that.
That's pretty cool.
What is the bike? What is the number on the number plate?
I don't know. I hope it's 574.
Right.
So yeah, that's I'm really excited to try that. I think it's gonna be delicious. But let's hit some comments here. Ride or die. Yeah, Jeff, it's a great name. Great name. Let's get some comments here. Let's go to see who the first viewer was.
Jason.
A classic. It's Jason. We've got Jason 412 here.
I think he misspelled first though.
Oh, who would do that? That's weird. Working in Brick, New Jersey, Griffin 250, number 12, Halcyon 450, number 307, Phoenix 250, number 1010, and Phoenix 450, number 6. Richard is dying. Jason is drinking milk. I hit the mute button way too late. Heather. Now,
this is a new name.
Word on the street is that this is Jason's wife.
Welcome.
She's out of Pennsylvania, McKeesport, Pennsylvania, House on 250, number 1097, a 2021 Honda Monkey, drinking some pink lemonade. That sounds delicious. When was the last time you had pink lemonade?
It's been a while.
Got John Gover here in North Carolina, still working on melting some snow outside. House on 450, number 119. Scroll.
That bourbon got me.
Talk here. Hello, folks from the land of Wisconsin, the land of cheese. Halcyon 250, number 769, sipping coffee this morning. See, this was early in the morning. This was at 12 p.m. our time. Kelly, what's going on, Bird? Dang, it's cold. Come on, warm weather. And then, of course, the required rally, Crocs, patch, tie downs, and anything else I forgot. You forgot tickets.
Tickets.
This is all you.
John, is this right? I think it's John. Yeah. John. Sunny Southern California with Halcyon 250, number 1148, Casimir. Hope y'all are making it through the weather okay. Yeah, we're doing our best. It's, last week I said it the first time. I was ready for winter to be over.
Yeah.
It's been very, very cold, very, very snowy. It just keeps snowing.
It doesn't stop.
And it just is gray. Every once in a while we get a sunny day, but it doesn't melt the snow.
It's obnoxious.
So
it's supposed to be like 40 tomorrow, but we've got so much snow that it's just going to be wet.
I'm ready.
But here we are. Got Janus McRider here just replying to a couple people. Ought to raise some money and get some Lego Crocs for the tech boy. Maybe a birthday present. I don't know if I want Lego Crocs. That feels like it would
That'd be cool.
hurt my
Hurt your feet.
Right? It would be kind of cool. But more on topic though. Are there any dangers in habits, routines, and processes?
Jansen's going to be talking about this.
It is an interesting question that we brought up in the pre-ramble, and you guys can be a part of that. If you become a member, you can hit the join button down at the bottom, and you, for $5 a month, you can get access to the pre-ramble, where we just kind of chit chat about the upcoming show, or just about whatever the heck we're drinking or whatever we're feeling. Members only shorts and a week early access to the videos that we release. Let's see. Enough about the Crocs, Speed Racer.
I think you might be selling some Crocs.
I think so. I should have an affiliate link. Who else is here? Let's scroll down to the bottom.
It's done with the Crocs.
We don't pay nobody nothing. Oh, Confetti Inks here. Howdy. Welcome, our only Twitch viewer. Glad you're there. Our only Twitch viewer
made Temu cloned Croc gloves. Okay.
Oh, that's crazy. Richard, I think it's time for a poem.
Okay. Great. What is it?
Mondo. Your piece of paper.
I hit it. So this is a poem that I do not have the book. Sorry, folks. But I did print it off. And it printed off with the entire poem. And then the last line is on the second page. So my apologies. But it's wintertime. We're talking about shoes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wearing some wool socks because there's nothing better than a pair of wool socks in the wintertime. But this is a poem by the pretty famous poet some of you may be familiar with, Pablo Neruda. Pablo. This is called Ode to My Socks.
Okay.
Maramori brought me a pair of socks, which she knitted herself with her shepherdess hands. 2 socks as soft as rabbits. I slipped my feet into them as if they were 2 cases knitted with threads of twilight and goatskin. Violent socks. My feet were 2 fish made of wool, 2 long sharks, sea blue, shot through by 1 golden thread, 2 immense blackbirds, 2 cannons. My feet were honored in this way by these heavenly socks. They were so handsome for the first time, my feet seemed to me unacceptable, like 2 decrepit firemen unworthy of that woven fire, of those glowing socks. Nevertheless, I resisted the sharp temptation to save them somewhere as schoolboys keep fireflies, as learned men collect sacred texts. I resisted the mad impulse to put them in a golden cage and each day give them birdseed and pieces of pink watermelon. Like explorers in the jungle, who hand over the very rare green deer to the spit and eat it with remorse, I stretched it at my feet and pulled on the magnificent socks. Then my shoes. The moral of my ode is this: beauty is twice beauty, and what is good is doubly good when it is a matter of 2 socks made of wool in winter. Isn't that great?
That was a fun one. It sounded like it was fun to read.
It is a lot of fun to read. My favorite, you know what a spoonerism is?
Yeah.
My favorite spoonerism that I actually said unintentionally was the thing I can't remember the exact phrase, but I said the thing I hate most are SAMP docs. And I do. I cannot stand SAMP docs.
That's funny. I'm new charred oak barrels. While whiskey can be made from any grain and aged in any type of wood barrel, and new. Goodness gracious.
Bourbon versus whiskey. What's the difference? The simple difference between bourbon and whiskey is that bourbon is a type of whiskey that's made from at least 51% corn and aged in new charred oak barrels, while whiskey can be made from any grain and aged in any type of wood barrel. That's the sort of general.
It's not the richer
plebeian definition.
That's not the richer definition, though. So it doesn't count. But no, this bourbon is
that's the technical definition.
This bourbon is very good. If you guys have any questions, we cannot forget to mention this. We forget almost every week. Send us your questions, your comments, your thoughts to rambling@Janus Motorcycles, and we'll maybe feature some questions.
At this point, we don't get a whole lot, so we'll probably answer it if it's if it's fit to print.
Yeah. Again, that's rambling@janusmotorcycles.com. Send us your thoughts. We'd love to hear from you in a different capacity. Up next, we've got a fan favorite segment.
Yes, indeed.
Janus's featured builds of the week, brought to you by Mitch McLean.
Is this build of the week or featured builds?
This is featured builds. Did I say builds of the week?
Yeah, you did.
This is featured.
We'll be getting back to builds of the week.
This first build is James's Phoenix 250. This is Phoenix number 1001. So 10-01.
James is a serial Janus owner. I think he's probably been on the stream before.
I think he bought 2 in this.
Out of this batch. He got a matching Halcyon to this one.
And
10th anniversary.
I think we both know the color.
We know the color.
But,
so we can't give it away.
We'll keep it a surprise.
Yeah. So you can see it's this is a super chrome chassis. And his color scheme is just phenomenal.
Yeah. It's
extra cool to see
Phoenix.
I
should have had both
queued up,
but no tie downs, Jim. It's okay. We'll forgive you. We should send him some free tie downs. There it is.
So he's got this lovely charcoal, this gold. Look at that.
Man, it really looks sharp against.
It looks understated, but when you see it in person, it pops.
They're both real nice. OG Janus logo. Just love the Phoenix, man. Love the Phoenix.
1001.
1001's a cool number too.
So go back to that Airbox logo.
Oh gosh. What have I done? What have I done? I got a little trigger happy.
There it is.
Oh gosh. Here we are.
Slow down a bit. There's the Phoenix 10th anniversary logo.
Yeah, that's a good looking logo.
Nice.
10 years. Hand painted. We got to go back. Look at that.
These fuel cap, they turned out just
They look super
so well. Good looking bike.
Great looking bike. Great bike, Jim. Up next.
Okay, we can make some guesses.
Yes, we've got. This is Robert's Halcyon 450. It's number 416. What is your guess?
Oh my gosh. I'm going to go with. Nah, I can't go with British Racing Green because it's just, I keep guessing that. I'm going to go with. Something different. Inland Sea Green.
Inland Sea Green. I am going to go with. Gosh, I want to say Vintage Red so bad, but it's
Yeah,
so
I almost
boring.
did that too. It's boring.
we see a lot of Vintage Red bikes. I'm just gonna do Vintage Red. I'm just gonna do it.
There you go, folks. Jansen thinks Vintage Red is boring.
Everyone is allowed their own opinion, including me. Okay. No hints yet.
And there's a Vintage Red on there. There's also a British Racing Green or a Indie Racing Green.
Little Shimmer Boy action too.
Oh, it's hard to tell.
I don't know. There's a lot of
colors. Cream.
Oh, it's cream. It's cream.
Is that boring?
No, that for whatever reason, cream isn't boring to me. Copper
pinstripe. Double.
It's a nice base.
Look at those fenders.
Hand formed, hand painted.
No tie down.
No tie downs. Unbelievable.
Windscreen.
That's what those little brackets were at.
Yeah. RD861.
That's a beautiful number plate.
Ducktail fenders.
Man, look at that. Yeah, the ducktail fenders look super sharp.
Oxblood leather. Ooh. There we go. Okay, this is pretty decked out. Fishtail, polished exhaust, saddlebags, headlight visor, bar end weights. Beautiful. Ducktail fenders.
Man, great looking bike, Robert. Congratulations. All right, this one's all you, Richard. You get the honor of reading this one.
So we have Stephen with Halcyon 450, number 421.
I'm going to guess British Racing Green.
Okay, I'm going to go with Maze.
That feels like a solid.
I have not seen a non-frame matched one at the shop, but maybe there's one.
About to find out. We're about to find out. It's all coming together here.
And no tie downs. None of these bikes have tie downs.
And 3 strikes. We're out. They're just so convenient. That also has a fly screen, yeah?
It does.
Oh,
I don't see any Maze there. There's a lot of vintage, a lot of boring color there.
It's vintage red.
Sorry, Steven, that Jansen thinks your bike. Oh,
Or is it
hold
black?
on. Is it black?
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's vintage red.
So personally, one of my favorite colors is vintage red. It actually was the first production Janus motorcycle of all time.
Okay, that's cool.
Was vintage red.
Well, maybe I like it. I just think
Actually, and the first 250 was originally vintage red.
Was it?
And then it changed color.
Cream, right?
I think it was either silver and then it turned to vintage red, or it was vintage red and then it turned to silver.
I just don't generally enjoy red cars or red motorcycles. Like if I get a Ducati, I want it to be yellow.
You don't want one of the Italian red?
No, I just don't like red. I don't know what it is. Oh,
Saddle brown?
I do like the saddle.
Single gold pinstripe. I mean, this is a classic Janus.
Yeah,
it's a brushed exhausts, saddle brown seats, headlight visor, standard fenders. Does he have bar end weights? No bar end weights.
No bar end weights.
This is just a clean classic
copper feather too, which is a fun choice. I like that. I like the
copper with gold.
Yeah. I like that choice. I think cool. Makes it stand out. Yeah, I for those of you who don't own a Janus like you, Confident, I can't like overstate it enough. These motorcycles, for whatever reason, don't look as big in pictures. I think it's just because they're kind of stripped back, but in person, like the Halcyon 450 especially looks beefy. Like you, Jansen. Are you saying I look small and stripped back? Has there ever been a pink Janus?
There has never been to my knowledge, a pink Janus, but there has been a black Janus with pink and magenta pinstripes.
No way.
Yes. It's actually incredible looking.
I'm sure it's sharp.
One of our dearly beloved customers brought it to the rally this last year. It originally was a bike for a show.
Okay.
And then he caught it and put a new number plate on it. But it's pretty stunning looking.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Just stands out.
I'm sure because you don't see those colors very often.
No, you don't. Especially with Janus.
Yeah, for real.
Don't own a Janus like Jansen?
Not yet. Mine's being processed. You need to partner with Mary Kay, guys. Yeah, we should get a bright pink Janus.
Yeah, pearl pink.
Well, what do you got to show? Do you have a thing for us today, Richard?
I do. And I was thinking about trying to find something that would kind of tie into routines.
Mm-hmm.
So this is I've actually mentioned this in relation to routines, habits.
Okay.
And it's the concept of sharpening. So one of my favorite things that I can just go back to if I want to just enter the flow state is sharpening. Whether it's a knife, anything. Any kind of sharpening is just, it's one of those moments where you can kind of turn off your brain and just get absorbed in the process.
Yeah.
So this is a pretty cool sharpening.
It's wrapped up. I haven't even seen this yet.
That I have to be very careful with because this is my grandfather's.
Oh, wow.
And I've used this. He gave it to me when I can't remember if I inherited it. I've had this since I was a kid.
Okay. So it's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, because you're
20 years. Yeah, I'm really at least 20 years that I've had this, and I use it pretty regularly.
Okay.
And this is a honing kit.
Oh, cool.
And I've looked up this brand and I cannot find it. There's nothing on that I have ever been on. It's called Natural Hones Incorporated Maxi Sticks.
Maxi.
It's a wooden
sticks.
You want me to put it on the?
Yeah. Jeff Kell says, so you're saying you have an axe to grind?
Yes, that would be I have many axes to grind, thankfully. So here are the porcelain rods.
Those are crazy.
So these are pieces of porcelain. And let me move this mic. So these two pieces of porcelain, you can fit them in this.
Oh, interesting.
And thankfully, in all these years that I've been using this thing, I have not broken anything. But basically, that's what it looks like when you're done. And this is for honing.
Sharpens bonsai tools.
Bonsai tools. Is that who said that?
That's John.
But basically, if you were to take a knife, such as this one, and you hold the knife perfectly vertically. I'm holding it at an angle, the hone at an angle so y'all can see. But you hold the knife vertically to the ground because it's held at a specific angle based on the wooden base, and you just run the blade down. Like this. And so what a hone does is it's not technically like a whetstone where you're removing a lot of material. It does. Now, porcelain hones will remove a very, very small amount of material, but the main thing it's doing is that it's aligning the edge. So rather than taking a knife when it starts getting dull and taking it to a whetstone where you're just removing material, you can just take it to this and re-wet the edge, just re-sharpen it, and aligns it, and you can get multiple hones out of a blade without having to resharpen.
Interesting.
And anyway,
so is that akin to the cheap ones that you get in your knife block where you like?
It's like that, except those cheap ones, you can't. I don't understand those because if you do it right, you're always going over the same spot, and so you're going to grind a hole, and then your edge isn't going to retain the same angle.
Yeah.
And if you really want to get into it, you want to maintain the same angle. So this one, because you're never touching the same spot over and over again, you can retain a very accurate blade angle.
Yeah, that's
edge on your blade. So not to get too tied up, and this is a lovely little tool that I actually do use like very, very regularly.
Yeah.
And it's a routine that just is a joy in it for no other purpose than just for going through the activity.
Well, yeah, there's something super satisfying
take away with it.
About the both the process, because I've sharpened our like kitchen knives on some whetstones, and there's something really satisfying about the process itself.
Absolutely.
About
it's my favorite thing.
The repetition of it, but also like if you do the paper test,
yes,
like, oh, you try to do the paper test before, nothing. You try to do the paper test after, it's like butter. It's like, oh my gosh, it just feels so good.
And then about 5 years ago, I made myself a strop.
Oh yeah, like a leather
strop, and that's when you can just like you can put the final edge on it. So anyway,
so John asks, how is that different from a leather strop?
It's different than a leather strop because what a leather strop does, all that a leather strop does is it polishes the edge, so sharpening, you're putting a point on it. And if you get to a microscopic level, what you're doing is you're bending this little piece of metal one way on one side and the other way on the other side, and eventually it gets this super thin little edge, which is very sharp, but it's also very unstable.
Yeah.
And so what the strop does is if you go far enough on both sides, like typically, even on this one, I'll start at 10 on one side, 10 on the other, and then I'll get to, 5 on one side, 5 on the other. And eventually you're going one side, the other side, one side, the other side, because you're building up that edge.
Right.
And then finally that little piece of metal will, on the strop, break off, and it leaves the perfect.
So it's like part of the process.
It's completely part of the process. So you start off with, like, if it's a really dull, like, edge, whatever it is, whether it's an axe, a knife, whatever, sometimes you have to use like a really low, like a heavy grit.
Right.
And then you'll work your way up to a finer grit, and then finally the porcelain, and then the strop.
That makes sense.
I mean, it's just
another step.
We'll talk about this more when we talk about habits. I imagine, because it's when I think of a routine, it's one of the first ones that comes to my mind.
It's knife sharpening.
And I'm sure it is boring. I see somebody said that in there. I'm sure it's very boring to some people.
But can you shave your legs with it?
Yes.
Chopper Rocks asks.
I always try it out of my hand, back of my hand.
I think Kelly said something about rolling up your sleeve and taking some hair off.
Yep.
Jason 412 says, I wouldn't know. Milwaukee grinder in 2 seconds of my time. So.
Well, it's a different approach.
Hey, when it gets done, it's fast. You might take a little.
You only get a couple of sharpenings like that.
So, What do we got going on in Janus world, Richard?
What do we got going on? Well, we talked about
We talked
Ride or Die.
a little bit about Ride or Die. The tickets are still available, but our bike submissions are closed. So you unfortunately can't submit your bike anymore. There are some really cool vendors that are going to be there. We've got some permanent jewelry.
What is permanent jewelry? I just learned this last week.
It's okay. You guys,
Is it like a nose ring?
no, you guys can say what you want about it, but I know my opinion. It's like bracelets and anklets that are soldered together, so they're
So
perfect.
it's sort of like if you are on house arrest.
Yeah, if you need an ankle monitor, it's kind of
That's permanent jewelry.
It's kind of the same thing. No, it's really cool. It's mostly for the ladies, but I want one. We've got cigars, some metalwork, some leather vendors. We've got vintage clothing, a photo booth. There's a lot of cool things that you can do if you want to take your partner to the show.
It's a good date night. So it's a motorcycle event, but also a date night.
It's the
And they have a
best.
restaurant, and they have all kinds of tastings,
Drinks and a
drinks.
whole bunch of stuff. It's going to be a great night. I'm looking forward.
And the venue really is. It's just really fun to visit.
Yeah, I've never been.
I've been on a date there,
Hey,
and it wasn't even a motorcycle show.
this is a news thing. I'm not taking my wife anymore. I am taking my brother-in-law.
Okay, so we're not getting
We
we're not
won't-
getting significant
We won't
others.
be getting significant others on the stream, but it'll be fun nonetheless. We will be doing a ticket giveaway for 2 tickets at the end of the stream, so stay tuned for that. We talked with the pre-ramble about this next one.
Which one's this one?
But
yeah.
we haven't
Go ahead.
talked about.
Go ahead. So we are announcing this evening for the first time to the general public, to the Ramble Stream world, that we are launching a new sales initiative. We are reducing the deposit amount on both 450 and 250 models in celebration of the semi-quincentennial.
I'm not even gonna try to say it. Semi-quincentennial.
Which is for that is the 250th anniversary of the United States. We're going to be opening up 50 build slots for $250 deposits on your Janus motorcycle. Very exciting. The goal here is to make it easier to buy a Janus motorcycle.
Yeah.
At part and parcel with that are lowered lead times.
Yeah.
And we'll be publishing exactly what those are very soon. But we're very pleased to finally announce that we have brought down our backlog. We have reduced our build time. 250s have a very quick lead time.
Were you saying
I'm saying like close to 3 weeks.
That's pretty quick.
450s is a little bit longer. But that is all a sign, if you've been waiting a long time for your bike, that you'll be getting it very soon, because we are the number one priority around here. If you ask anyone and you say, what is the number one priority at Janus Motorcycles right now? I guarantee you they'll tell you getting to 12 bikes a week is the answer. And so that is what's on the schedule this week. 12 Janus motorcycles.
That's great. That's crazy. What do they do? So how do they put their deposit down?
Right now, we do not have this $250 deposit amount is not live yet on the website. So give us a call or send us an email.
For you guys only. You guys are literally the first to know about this.
So
Like actually, and there are 54 of you in, and we only have 50 slots.
So
So if every single one of you
fight to
puts
the death.
an order in,
Those last 4
Sorry.
left without a chair.
we need a 250th anniversary edition. Word on the street.
It's in the works.
That's been
Yep,
being talked
absolutely.
about.
We would not pass up the opportunity.
So that's super exciting. That lead times are down, and that it's much easier to just get your build on the list. Super exciting about that. You want to talk to me about the WeFunder?
WeFunder is alive and well. We are about to launch a new initiative around it. The goal right now is to reach people outside of the Janus motorcycles world. We have rocketed up to around the $400,000 mark, almost entirely due to our incredible fan base.
Which is insane.
So these are people that have never heard of WeFunder. maybe a couple of them have, but all of them have heard of Janus Motorcycles. They support what we're doing. They believe in our mission, and they have completely stepped up to the plate. So if you have supported us on WeFunder, huge thank you. If you've committed funds to the WeFunder campaign and have not finalized it, please do so now. This is when we can. Now is the time. And if you are not familiar with Janus and this is your first time you're coming from WeFunder, send us an email. Listen, hear the story. We're really excited about it. So our goal right now is to spread the word. So one way that all of y'all can help with that is we send out regular updates from WeFunder. We post them, share the word. We're trying to reach people outside of the Janus Motorcycles community and learn more about everything. So we have a lofty goal. We want to get another 600,000 in the next 10 weeks. That's our mission.
Yeah.
We want to close in the end of March.
Yeah. Which I think would be, I think it's very doable. It's a very cool opportunity to be able to invest in, just motorcycle history. Like if we're really kind of getting down to the bare bones here, there are, I don't know how many American motorcycle manufacturers are there?
Depends on what you mean by American manufacturers.
I mean, compared to us, man, I don't know. I don't know.
I got to see it. One comment says, I don't know what I did, but both bikes were like 4 months order to payment. So, or order to pavement. So,
or less.
Janus McRider, I'm not sure when you ordered, but we're working on beating that now.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
One, if by land, rambling.
What if by land, I don't know. My estimated ETA is in June.
Well,
I guess we're donuts to deliver.
Well, we are, because our original quoted dates are being updated. And as we continue to build to this backlog, we may, and I'm not promising anything, but we may be able to improve on that.
Yeah.
I also don't want to throw our logistics team and our sales team under the bus. So
none of this is guaranteed, I guess.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. The general statement is that we are dramatically improving our lead times.
Yeah.
Please, if you have a quoted estimation date, that's our schedule. If we can beat it, we'll be happy to do so. But
yeah. Quickly before, that's all for the announcements. So thank you for staying tuned for those. Just a lot of exciting stuff kind of going around.
Yes.
This feels like the year of the Phoenix, if we're really thinking about it. But I want to hear a little bit of your thoughts about this hybrid.
I have not seen the story, so I'm getting launched. You tell us a little bit.
Let me share this real quick. Let me share this with the stream. So Kawasaki is releasing this hybrid Ninja. It's I don't remember how many cc's it is. Let's take a look at the article here. 451 cc upright parallel twin and 12 horsepower and 30 foot-pound electric motor powered by
12 horsepower?
12 horsepower.
Huh.
With a sticker price of $12,500.
Wait, are we reading that right? It has 12 horsepower?
12 horsepower.
Is that only coming from the
I would imagine
ICE
that's
engine?
only coming from the ICE engine, yeah.
Huh.
I think they're hoping that the torque from the electric motor kind of makes up for that. But I just thought this was a very interesting
that is fascinating.
kind of divergence into the low horsepower kind of territory. What are your thoughts?
There's no way that they could with a bike of that.
What are your thoughts?
Look at the size of the wheels.
I'm missing acceleration of a 1000 cc Super Sport and the fuel economy on par with a 250.
Okay, I get that. So it's got to have.
It's a perfect bike, apparently.
It's got to have more. Whether you measure it in kilowatts or horsepower.
Yeah, I would imagine that the electric motor kind of takes up for a little.
Okay, here we go. Combine that with a liquid-cooled interior permanent magnet synchronous electric motor, which, even though it makes only 12 horsepower, unloads all its torque just above 0 RPM. What?
So they're relying on the electric motor for the beginning, the acceleration, and then and
then it just coasts.
I would imagine. I mean, I don't know. I'm curious to see what the top speed is. But it's really interesting. There's an 8 to 10 mile range on this electric motor. I never thought that there would be an application for hybrid motors.
I would just say that hybrids make way more sense to me than electrics.
Yes.
But
in your opinion,
in my opinion, and here we have a motorcycle. Because remember, Benda has a hybrid.
Yeah.
Here we have another motorcycle that's trying to pack two different power plants into a single motorcycle, which everything has to be exposed, everything has to be tiny. Remember what they say about electric motorcycles: mounting butterfly wings to a brick. That's what it is. That's what they say. That's what my mentor in the electric motorcycle world says. And he knows a thing or two.
There's no plug-in feature to charge the battery.
Well, that's good.
That's done specifically by the engine, but it's just very. What happens when the battery pack runs out of battery? It's
270 mile range
for 3.7 gallons.
Wow. What does the chat say about this?
I don't know.
I need to do some research on this. This is very interesting.
I saw this and I was a classic title reader. I read the title and was like, this is perfect.
Huh.
The same ICE engine in the Ninja 500 and Eliminator 450 Kawasaki already has hybrids on the showroom floor there or here.
That's wild.
Have you ridden one, Tracy?
The hybrid makes so much more sense to me.
Hybrid produces 68.5 horsepower. So, okay, that's the total.
There we go.
Yeah.
There's an actual number we can go. So that makes sense.
7 horsepower.
Even though the electric only puts out 12.
Right. No.
The ICE puts out 12? No way.
Yeah, I think because it's only where'd that article go? I think it's the other way around.
500 put out 12 horsepower.
I don't know. For instance, it tops out 40. Oh, maybe you're right. Where is it?
That's right.
Yeah, here we go. Only makes 12 horsepower.
Yeah, but so the electric
motor makes 12. So,
okay.
But they're using the acceleration.
It has all the torque.
It's 1-to-1 torque, right? Like, how can you?
And then the best part of it is that it's recharging the motor. Put it back on the
giving you better fuel economy.
Very neat.
And
honestly, I'm more interested in that than I am in an electric. Electrics just to me just do not make sense.
I would love to ride one. Just to see.
I would
just Kawasaki if you're listening. No, but I've looked at them. The electric boost engine.
It's a donkey and a horse, and you get a mule. These are mules.
Okay, did you want to go over your article? You brought one, but we don't have much time.
Let's save it for later.
Let's save it for later. I
like that one.
I've been holding that one close to my chest here for a little bit.
Huh.
But I think this is a good opportunity to kind of to cap our previous conversation.
Motard says Zach from Mozilla did a daily ride episode on that hybrid.
Well,
I want to check.
We'll
that
have
out.
to watch that.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. What were you saying?
Oh, just kind of setting up the conversation around how routines and habits transform us. This is like a capstone to our conversation of the last 2 weeks. But I'm curious to hear your thoughts or where you would begin.
Well, I think there's a good place to begin would be some of the things that you already brought up and a comment earlier in the chat about what are the potential downsides of routines? Are there things that are harmful about routines and habits? And I mean, one that I just want to get off the table right away is that I said early on in this conversation about habits is that there are bad habits and there are good habits. Habits are just what you do, in my opinion.
Right.
And so absolutely there can be what is addiction other than a habit, right? So yeah, it can have, but what about like routines? Now, a routine, one of the things we talked about first of all, we talked about habits, and I don't know if I fully convinced Jansen or not, but
I'm still kind of teeter-tottering.
But the argument that I made, at least, was that a habit is what you do. It is your character. It is who you have become through the actions that you take.
Yeah.
And a routine is sort of more of an external thing. It's more of like a kind of a plan that you try and let's say if a habit is not, you can't just want to change who you are or to be a different person.
There has
right?
to be an action.
It has to be action.
That
The desire alone will not create a habit.
right.
Whereas routine, there is more of an external. There's more of you can have a desire. You can set something. It doesn't mean you're necessarily going to keep it.
Right.
But it's something that, if we looked at the root of the word routine, it was like a way made clear by usage.
Right.
By repeated use.
Repetition. Right.
And so a routine could also be something that, and you've been kind of harping on this, like the danger of over reliance on a routine.
And I'm just kind of prefacing this with, I understand this might be coping, because a lot of the way that I like to exist is based on spontaneity and just kind of flying by the seat of my pants in a few areas of my life. And there's this tendency to, or I would even say it's a fear, to over routine my life. And that over routining, I know that's a terrible word, then
I don't think it is a word.
Replaces my ability to be spontaneous.
Okay.
So I know a buddy of mine, we have this conversation often, is where is the point where you over optimize your life and you lose the point of your life? Mm-hmm. Like you lose the ability to live your life.
So one of the cool things we've been talking about in just in an effort to make the Ramble Stream better is, when we talk about something, we talk about what it is and how does it fit. And so one way to address what you're talking about in the kind of how does it fit category is route planning.
Yeah.
We talk about in the Rambler's Companion, if you set a route that's too particular in advance of a trip, you close off the ability necessarily. I mean, there's a two-way balance here, because if you don't do some research ahead of time, you can just miss. I've done this. You set a route and you don't plan it well enough. Let's just say on one side, and you just go and experience it. There's a benefit to that, but you might miss that there's this incredible thing that on the side of the road that you didn't know it was there.
A geyser.
And then on the other side of it is, you can set a route that's so demanding. You have this day we're going to stop here, and this day we're going to stop here, and I'm going to allow 2 hours to do this. And if a rainstorm comes through or anything happens, everything gets destroyed.
Yeah.
And so that's something we talk about already.
Yeah.
But I think that there's an answer there. Is maybe it has something to do with a balance that if you over rely on a routine, that you can just miss all the beauty, all the joy. Right. Like let's just talk about a motorcycle trip.
Yeah.
Or
you forget you're worried about your efficiency and your miles per gallon or whatever, and you're focused on your speedometer, your GPS, whatever. You're just missing what's happening around you.
However,
here we go.
I'd like to dig a little deeper. And I think that there is an aspect that's like a kind of a throwaway.
Yeah.
Like that's an easy answer.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the middle path. But it's an easy answer. I want to go a little further.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
No, are you saying that my response is the easy, be like, I don't want to.
That's what I said earlier. It's like,
because, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
I think that's what keeps my routines.
I bet you're going to hear what I say next.
In the sweet spot.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The balance thing is like, I'm not diminishing what it is, but like that doesn't really address what a routine does.
Yeah.
So what a routine, to me, I think the beauty of a routine, if it is actually a path that is developed through repetition, is obviously it has to be worth doing. Right. Obviously it has to be a middle way. It has to be a balance. But let's say we find a routine that's worth doing. If you can find that in the repetition, you actually encounter new things that you would never have imagined would be possible.
Hmm.
Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
It makes sense. I would like to hear some practicals. The
See where I'm going with that, though?
The efficiency of the routine, the repetition of the routine, repetition creates efficiency. I would say, like doing it over and over and over again. You find the small things.
I mean, you're thinking about it like self-help.
Because that's like all I go to when it comes to routine.
I know, but that's
I think about like,
but put that aside.
I think about like your morning routine. You got to wake up at 5 in the
What was
morning.
the book you referenced?
Atomic Habits.
Atomic Habits. So I looked that book up.
But it's a self-help book, 100%. I think it's really interesting, though, of how you think about routines. It's like, okay, there are specific cues in your life that identify or that.
But you're trapping
routine,
yourself
right?
by thinking of routines that way. Is my argument.
Well,
Don't think about them as only optimizing.
uh-huh.
A routine is like, it's like the calendar.
Mm.
It's like the sequence of the seasons.
Right.
It's like, I mean, it's like waking up and going to sleep. It's the routine of our day.
Would you say it's a rhythm?
It's a rhythm. Yeah. And so if you can find those routines through discerning what they are, that make you where you discover things, then, well, and the thing is, it's like sometimes it just comes down to practice. Like when you practice something, it doesn't matter what it is. Like you can be like sharpening a knife, right? There are things that come out of that you could never imagine happening.
Yep.
And so I'm not talking about routines as a life hack or an optimization or efficiency. I'm talking the opposite of efficiency. I'm talking about what transforms you. And so let's say you have your character is what you do.
Mm-hmm.
How do you change your character? How do you develop new habits?
There has to be an attempt made. Right.
And that's what routines are.
Is the attempt?
Yeah. It's the framework that so let's say you want to do something different. You want to explore something. Like we were talking about jujitsu or like a martial art, sport, pastime, a musical instrument, riding, any of these pursuits that we do. Sometimes it's only after you've done it for like 2 years that you suddenly start going, you're starting to understand whole different aspects of everything. And it's not about you getting better at anything. It is. It's not about like becoming faster or more efficient. It's about transformation of yourself. And so you actually are, the routine is the external framework that allows you to form habits.
Yeah.
So, and that's why I'm saying I want to get away from this like optimization.
That's where my brain goes every time I hear routine, but I understand what you're saying. Motard 91 says a routine is a tool on the path to mastery, and the routine itself may be refined over the journey towards mastery. I mean,
who said that?
Hey, I'm going to end the episode here. It's so good to talk to you guys. Motard 91
coming in. Yeah. I mean, to me, I think that is very true because sometimes the routine has to totally change.
Yeah. I like the phrase, the routine is an attempt, right? Like it is a movement toward what you want, whether that's what you want out of yourself, or what you want out of an activity, right? It's the pursuit of that.
But it's in the repetition, I think, that you, like if you go into a routine thinking that it's like, I'm going to make more money or I'm going to get ripped. I'm going to get jacked, or whatever it is. Like I don't want to go back to it, but like physical fitness is a really good example because
it feels like the easiest example to kind of.
It's a good example because it's like there's no excuses. either you put in the work
Or you don't.
and you don't, or you don't. And if you do, you see the results. If you don't, you don't.
Right.
And the only person you're lying to
It's
or you're convincing is yourself. There's no excuses.
Yeah.
So there's a beautiful thing about that. But like what I would say that, and I've talked to a lot of people about this, whether it's, fencing, I used to fence, or
I didn't know
whatever other sport you play, what happens is after you do it for a significant amount of time, you realize that the benefit you're getting from it doesn't necessarily tie into, it's the doing of it that matters. It's not the goal.
Yeah.
Right. So like with physical, like with like lifting, for example, what you're going to realize is that the routine and the habit you form and the character that it builds is more than about like being physically fit.
Yeah. The phrase that keeps coming to mind is the process is the art.
Is it? I think that's very, very true. Very, very true.
And you can say it a million different ways. It's not the destination, it's the journey, right?
But it is.
Right.
If you set like this goal, and it comes back, let's talk about how does it fit?
Yeah.
This is Janus Motorcycles. This is what we're trying to do, is we're trying to create a routine.
Right.
A Janus is a framework that you can engage in riding in the most basic sense so that you get the most out of that repetition, out of that experience of riding. It's not about, you can get so distracted. It's like with anything, other activity, you get hooked on the gear or the culture or whatever, and it doesn't have to do with the actual practice.
It's all of that research. It's like over-analysis paralysis, right? All of that, like, I got to make sure I have the right this, the right that, the right this before I can participate in this activity.
Just do it.
No, you just got to go do it. And then you will be informed by your own self on what you need.
Yeah. And what I would just say is that the beauty of a routine is that it takes time.
Yeah.
That's actually the best part of it, is that if you could get an immediate reward from it, it wouldn't be a routine.
Right.
It would just be an action.
Right.
And so like the fact that you have to put time in, you can see the improvement. You can see yourself transforming.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to just save a little bit of a moment before we finish this up to kind of come back to that, which is, and I argue this in the Rambler's Companion, that these kind of rambling captures this. It's not about, if you just set like, this is the goal and this is how I want to get there.
Let's point A to point B. Get in a car.
Then what you cut yourself off from is the fact that routine will eventually become a habit.
Yeah.
And that habit is who you are. And so through that, you actually have the ability to grow,
to change.
To like go, and you don't know what that is until you get into it.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we ride.
Yeah.
That, my friends, is why we ride motorcycles. I mean, you can give us all the reasons, and they're all true, that you like to be out on two wheels, or you like the wind in your face, or all these things. But the reason that we keep doing this thing is that there's this wonderful sensation that we are out at the edge of who we are. And you're forming yourself, and you don't know where you're going. It doesn't matter. It's the action of going through it. Because like I always say, like, and people, sort of, spur out on me when they say, well, I ride because that's my only form of transportation, and I ride because I get to work that way. And I'm like, great. That's awesome. You have a privilege that I don't have.
Right.
But like for most of us, we choose in the United States, right? We choose to ride a motorcycle for a reason. They're way more efficient. If you were optimizing your routine to get to places, we all own Honda Civics or whatever the new Nissan Altimas.
I love me a good Honda Civic. Okay.
You like a Nissan Altima?
I don't like a Nissan Altima, but no,
that's what we would have.
Well,
so there's a reason we ride these wacky, like, why would you also ride a Moto Guzzi?
Right.
Or it's because they have something that's just Ineffable.
There's an emotion that's involved. And I keep on thinking of like this term called relative zero. We're out of time, but this term of relative zero and how if you repeat a certain activity, your expectations for the results slowly grows. So your zero, your floor, your baseline,
You've talked to me about this before.
relatively grows along with that. And
Yeah, I like that.
routines kind of shrink the mental capacity required.
Yes. There's so much more we could talk about this.
Yeah, we could go all day.
You're right. Yeah, it reduces.
And that reduction leaves room to discover new.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it comes back to like constraints like we talked about. And
Mhm.
anyway, I really hope, I mean, we're going to do this giveaway, but I really hope this has not been horrifically boring to everyone. We've had a blast.
Yeah.
I have had a blast.
We love this kind of stuff. And we would love, if you guys want to email rambling@janusmotorcycles.com about any kind of suggestions that you would have for the show itself. We're always aiming to improve. We always want to make this a better experience for y'all. This wouldn't be a show without you guys. So
More boring, the better.
We appreciate you guys tuning in. But any suggestions we will take to heart and figure out if they fit into the show. But I think it's time for tickets. Everyone, if you would like to be entered into the giveaway for the Ride or Die Motorcycle Show,
it's in Valparaiso. So if you want to get tickets, you better be show
local,
up.
right?
Don't put in tickets if you're not going to be there.
So if you guys can go ahead, Jason's going to sleep. Good night, Jason.
Good night, Jason.
Glad you're here. Go ahead and put tickets in the chat. There are 4 entries already to see the beautiful show. Less bourbon, more bike talk.
Aiken Ranch.
Taking that to them.
Coming in.
Taking that to, I mean, I don't know about, you have to clarify what you mean by less bourbon.
I think he's like making a subtle.
Less bourbon talk.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
We got a couple of people coming in. We've got, I should share.
Oh, we got some lurkers coming in.
Come on. The lurkers, this is your time to shine. Say tickets in the chat. There are 9.
Totally love the ramble from Michael Webster. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. We've got 2 tickets available for the Ride or Die Motorcycle Show in Valparaiso. We're going to let it hang open here for a little bit. This is a great one to get into. I know it's hyper local, but it's going to be the inaugural show. We'll have this year after year after year.
Chris Smith.
Lurkers.
Chris, you got to come to the show. Come on, man.
Yeah, well, Chris is entered, I think.
Oh, he is? Good.
All right, Richard. We'll give it a couple more seconds, but I want you to do the honors.
Oh, I get to click the button. I hit draw.
You're going to hit draw. We'll give a couple more minutes. Tickets. Not a couple more minutes, a couple more seconds.
Gotta get one more entry. Come on.
We're almost at 10. Again, this is for 2 tickets to the Ride or Die Motorcycle Show hosted by Journeyman.
Just going to measure time on my new watch.
This shirt has a sick watch.
We'll be featuring it soon once I've had a chance to wear it a little bit.
You gotta feel it out. All right.
Okay, we're going to draw.
This moment is so suspenseful.
Mitch
I
McLean.
thought Mitch was going to win. Oh,
Chopper
Rocks. Congratulations.
Awesome.
You have won 2 tickets to the Ride or Die Motorcycle Show. I don't think you've ever won a giveaway from the Ramble stream before. So what you do... Oh, John. Oh, you just missed it, John.
Sorry, John.
What you do is you're going to send your information to rambling@janusmotorcycles.com. And we will get those tickets to you somehow. But
Got to send the email.
You got to send an email. That's how you claim your giveaway. So, that's all we got.
That's all we got. Thank you all.
We'll see you guys on the 14th.
That lived up to my expectations.
Oh, good.
So I hope it lived up to yours.
I have not. You have not. Yeah, just make sure to send us an email. You're saying you haven't won a giveaway. Send us an email, rambling@janusmotorcycles.com. What do you think about this conversation? We can do a little ramble stream after hours here.
Y'all can go to sleep.
You guys can leave.
I think there's more. The part that I think that you brought up right at the end, which is really valuable, is the reducing the number of options.
Yeah.
Part of it.
Yeah.
That one's kind of appealing to me.
Decision fatigue is like a thing.
Well, that's like that's a LinkedIn
thing. but there
optimize your life.
But there has to be.
I only wear black t-shirts. Actually, I only wear black t-shirts.
But there has to be some legitimacy to those claims, right? I mean,
there is
in reality, and just because it's said a different way doesn't.
But what is?
What if we call it something else? We can call it something else.
No. I guess what I'm saying is that it comes back to that repetition.
Yeah.
And if you repeat the same thing, there's this like ability to, there are new outcomes that come out of that that you don't imagine.
Yeah.
So somehow the only way that you get good at something is if you focus on it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You have to
do it.
Dedicate time, dedicate resources, and repeat it over and over and over again. And in that activity, then I don't want to just keep using the same word, but there is this ability for you to grow.
Yeah.
In that thing.
Yeah. Well, it raises the ceiling up a little bit of your ability to learn. Yeah.
And in motorcycle terms, cornering, for example, or downshifting, there's just such a personally, I find whatever bike it is, the getting better at it part, I quote in the Ramblers Companion, but here we go. If you're still here, it's your own fault.
Yeah. There's a link in the description if you guys would like to buy the Ramblers Companion.
There's a section here.
You refine the process, Roadrunner says.
And this is called...
Jeff Kell says, don't focus too much, then you'll make mistakes. Confiding says, keep it simple, stupid.
Why We Ride. Matthew Crawford, philosopher mechanic, best known for his book Shop Classes Soulcraft, and author of Why We Drive, describes the experience of riding a dirt bike among the rutted trails and obstacles of an abandoned plot behind Richmond, Virginia supermarket, not far from where I grew up. Riding a dirt bike on a narrow, meandering trail that is rocky and muddy with protruding roots and fallen limbs, creek crossings, steep descents, and tight switchbacks at a mere 15 miles an hour, I might tax the very limits of my mental ability. He's asking a question. He says, or perhaps it's a query. I can't say to what entity this question is addressed. Myself, the obscurities of the trail, a loving providence? It is a position of utter exposure to contingency. Let's see how this goes. If it goes well over the following seconds, meaning without mishap, maybe even with a glimmer of some finesse, this faith redeemed is the sweetest vindication I know of. It's the same thing when you go through that same corner. Every time you get a little bit better at it, you're like, boom.
Yeah. It's that breakthrough moment.
Or think about it. Take it to video games. Nailing that level.
Yeah.
It's a very removed version of it, but it's right. There's this as human beings, that is so critical to what we do is perfecting something.
You're finding order. You're finding order in it, right? Our brains are simple, and our necessity, I would say, to simplify everything is high. So if there's a shortcut, we're going to take it. If there's a shortcut that can give you the same results, we'll take it, right? We want to find the simplest solution to the most difficult answer. And I feel like that's a version of it. It's when we complete something like that, or when we corner, we take the same corner day after day after day. And when we hit it just right, it's I found the simplest version of this corner. I think that's what our brains tend.
Is it the simplest, or is it the most rewarding? Because to me, I think that's exactly what I'm trying to kind of say is what we're on a motorcycle in the, in his case, in the woods, risking our neck. Is that the simplest thing to do?
It's the simplest version of itself.
But why would you, to me, it's something more about being the best at something. Whatever it is,
I'm convinced.
Flip cup, or I'm saying beer pong. There's this take it to the dumbest level.
Yeah,
there's this not dumb.
Beer pong
pool.
Is very hard.
I know. Pool. These weird. We figure out weird ways to come up with, or darts. Darts is a wonderful, or archery. It's like we take these things and then we set a set of rules up, and then we work on being really good at it. And in the process, even if it doesn't have anything to do with an actual applicable skill set that makes like cornering a motorcycle, how does that make you a better person? You could make the argument, but I'm not even interested in making that argument. What I'm saying is it's the journey that you take along the way that in getting better, that you discover, that you transform yourself. And it's like when we're talking about lifting. It's like, or physical fitness. It's not, what you end up realizing after 3 or 4 years is not about getting bigger muscles. It's about getting this activity.
It's about getting there.
It's like about getting there.
Going, doing it.
So to me, it's not about efficiency.
Yeah.
It's not about getting the simplest pad. It's about gradual perfection, repeated walking, making a path.
Walking through the thistles.
Walking through the thistles.
Walking through the thorns and saying, if I keep going over and over and over again, these won't be thorns anymore.
I gotta go to bed here, and we still got like 35 people.
35 people or 34 people in here. It's a good group for after hours.
We really appreciate y'all's patience.
What's your favorite color?
What are your favorite colors? Green.
Blue. Until you get past on the right shoulder, then on the left in the turning lane, I must have ... All
right. Okay, folks.
It's been after hours.
It's been a pleasure. I think it was a good. There's still turns to be stones to be uncovered. But
next week,
what are we talking about next week?
Next week we are going to be talking about why do we ride?
Why do we ride?
Why do we ride? And in that practice, kind of related, does it change who we are?
Yeah. So
stay tuned.
We'll try and make it a little more motorcycle centric.
Yes. Episode 117 is going to be at the Ride or Die Motorcycle Show. Episode 118
will it be a full length or?
It'll probably be a partial. It won't be a full thing for sure. But After Hours is still free. After Hours is still free. We'll see you guys on Saturday. We'll have more times soon.
Bye-bye. That wraps up this episode of the Ramble Stream podcast. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed the show, subscribe wherever you listen, share it with a fellow Rambler, and please consider leaving a rating. And join us live every Monday at 7 p.m. on YouTube for our weekly Ramble Stream. You can also find us at ramblestreampod.com and on social at RambleStream.
We'll be back next week with more conversations, more stories, and of course, more rambling.
And remember, many of those who ramble may very well be lost, but that's probably the point.